Hello and welcome to the Quibber channel. I am Jason, your host. I hope you're having a wonderful, special day. I hope you've got reason to smile. It's Sunday, I believe. Interesting thing that you probably already know. I love technology. Technology has always been there for me. It's been one of my safe spaces from the very beginning. Every kind of technology, doesn't matter if it's retro, if it's modern, if it's brand new and shiny, if it's quantum, if it's old valve technology on a hi-fi, it's all beautiful to me. I am a child of technology. From that very first moment in 1976, when I got my first handheld console, to every day I wake up, technology makes me smile. I mean, it's my true autistic affinity. And that's why I've always wanted to get a server. A real server. Not one that I put together out of a normal computer. Not one that's a mini computer, but an actual. This thing was in a data center, actual server. To me, they are the tier 1 level of computer technology. They exist in a realm that most of us never touch. Your average computer can last 2, 3, 4, 5 years. There's servers out there that are running for 15, 20 years. And Dell PowerEdge servers are some of the nicest servers you can ever have. So over-engineered. So beautiful in design. The thinking about them just makes me smile. The server I've got downstairs, the HP 1600, will never be an actual used as a proper server because it's from 2009. It's not efficient. It's in no way. The CPUs are very. This is one of the CPUs out of it. Looks like a normal CPU. It's a 2009 model Xeon E5520. Pretty much the weakest processor you could get. It's got 4 cores. Now, the equivalent in normal, which had pretty much the same oomph and in some ways a little bit more power, was the Intel Q6600, a quad-core processor that I absolutely freaking loved. It was my first processor in 2008 that I liquid cooled. It was my liquid cool project. I absolutely love it. I wonder if I can find a picture. Probably not, but I've got pictures of it somewhere on my computer. I've got to go find the pictures. I'll be back to show you a picture of my Q6600. Now, before I show you the picture of this computer, understand that this was a hectic time in my life, and if you think it hurt, it physically made me cringe looking at the picture of the inside of my old computer, because there's no cable management. No cable management. Literally, it is a rat's nest of cables, and I'm not joking. What I show you now will I mean, I look at the inside of my main case here and I see the wonderful cable management I've done on that and all of everything on that. And yeah, remember, most of my focus in life at that point in time was looking after Paola. And while her computer, I always tried to help her set up and make sure hers was okay. Mine was a little bit different, so... okay, so, right, so bear with me, this is, so first of all, let's just, that is the Super Antec tower that it was built. I had to have the metal actually cut. I had it powder coated. It was, I believe, a steel case. It might have been a steel case, not an aluminium case. This was in 2008, 2009, and it had the XSPC liquid reservoir at the top. My Blu-ray was in there. Wow, I had a Blu-ray in there as well. This here, what you can't see, is digital readout, and this is most of the mess inside comes from these fucking probes that I had never managed to. You'll see in a minute. You'll see. And there's a massive. I love this computer. I fucking loved this computer. So let's go on to the second image. The one that makes me go, oh God, what the fuck were you doing? Okay, so. That was the inside of it. Funny thing is, I've still got the AX760 power supply. I've still got that. An EVGA 660. Wow. That little house so much more dusty than this house, because this was in the old place. Had a massive radiator behind here, pumped down at the bottom. Now this is the secondary evolution of the system, because before the EVGA 660, this had an AMD, a Radeon 8, it was 382X2. It was a double one, and I had a water block on it. And yeah, so this used to be a liquid cooling system that ran both the CPU and the graphics card, but the Radeon card turned into be a complete horrible mess, and so I swapped back over to NVIDIA. I'm pretty much stuck with it. But yeah, I cringe at that picture of the. But most of the mess of it is the actual freaking thermal probes. I was obsessed with knowing what temperature. I was absolutely obsessed with knowing what temperature the inside of my computer was. So the problem is, when I first put the probes in there, I had wound them round and everything and put them in the right places and that. But like 5 minutes after I had put them in there, I wanted to know what the temperature was on the North Bridge. I wanted to know the temperature was up by the power supply and everything. So I would always move, and they were on these horrible sticky little bits of just normal sticky tape to stick them down. And so they ended up all over the place. And every few days I would move those probes around so I could see different temperatures on the board. I thought technology has always made me happy. And the chance that I'm probably within the next few days going to get a PowerEdge server is going to be like a level of coping strategy that I can evolve an entire level of my coping strategy, my autistic coping strategy, on this, in this big unit thing that will be there. Don't know whether to hide it away or to keep it out and deal with the sound. simply because having it out and being able to look at it may be a bigger bonus than just having it everywhere else. So yeah. To put it in perspective, on CPU Mark on the Passmark software, this has got a rating of 2,533. The system that I'm actually looking at getting hold of, if it goes for a good enough price, is 21,739 compared to this 2,000. Yeah. I bought a second CPU for that system downstairs just to use it as a backup thing, because these CPUs are so weak that even transferring data to that system will cause overhead on one of these. Having two of them installed may overrun that. Even though they'll only be turned on like once every 2 months just to create a backup, I need to get another CPU for it because they're so weak. So bye bye for now.